4 and 5. And Pilate asked him again, saying, Answer thou nothing? Behold, how many things they witness against thee. But Yahushua yet answered nothing, so that Pilate marveled. Because like Pilate was like, man, like all these accusations against this man, like he got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? Because talking not much with a fool. Pilate was a fool. Pharisees was a fool. They don't know what's going on. They have no understanding. Simple. Just like our people nowadays who say Yahushua is not the Son of the Most High. He's not in the so-called Old Testament. He's not written in the volume of the book. So like, just talk not much with a fool. You can't, like, when Yahushua come through on those so-called fathership and they look up, the ones who they have pierced, that's when they're going to understand. Be too late then. We're too late. Bear with me, Israel, bear with me. So now I'm going to go to, the subject is spat upon and spit and smitten. Isaiah 50 and 6. Isaiah 50 and 6. I gave my back to the smitters, and my cheek to them that plucked off the hair. I hid not my face from shame and spitting, because they beat and flogged and scourged and made them carry their cross and did all type of things to Yahushua. All wickedness, damn dogs. So we go to Matthew 26 and 67, but they're going to pay for it, man. They're going to pay for it with blood. Their blood will be on their heads. And as Yahushua said, weep not for me, weep for your children's children to the Israelites in these last days, because they rejected their king. Matthew 26 and 67. Then did they spit in his face and buffeted him, and others smote him with the palms of their hands. So right there, they was putting hands on Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? They spit in that man's face. You know, Jake. You know, Jake. If somebody spit in your face in the streets, you might get killed for that. Like you might get me and my wife was talking about, like, if somebody spit in somebody's face, like, you know what I'm saying, like you guys be really in the spirit, not to just slide them across that road, like slide them across that room, man. But like just straight uppercut them. If somebody, that's not nasty. If somebody spit in your face and slapping you, just over there just taking it, because Yahushua knew he got to go through this for the elect, man. That's why he's the man with the plan. Like he's the chosen one. Like it's just hard. Like imagine somebody walking to you and just like cocking back with just spitting you all in your face, man. Like you might just put your hands around it and choke them to death. You guys be willing in the spirit to be like, man, you got that. So that's Yahushua, man. They spat upon him and smitten him in that man's face. Next we're gonna go to hate without a reason. Hated without a reason. That's the subject. Psalms 35 and 19. And it reads, Psalms 35:19, let not them that are my enemies wrongfully rejoice over me, neither let them wink with the eye that hate me without a cause. They hated Yahushua. The Pharisees hated Yahushua. Even they knew that a one man was going to die for Israel, Shalakia. And they still hated him. He was out there curing the blind, doing all these miracles, doing all this good. And they hated the man because they wanted the recognition. They wanted the recognition. And also, they didn't understand the scriptures that know that Yahushua was going to come on the scene, be chosen, be settled, and raised up to do these miracles. So they hate him without a reason. And it precepts with John 15:24. but he is a stumbling block to certain of the Jews, and he is foolishness to the Greeks. John 15:24. If I had not done among these works which none other man did, they had not sinned, but now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father. So if you hate Yahweh Shai, you hate the Father because the Father sent Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. But this cometh to pass that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law, the law of Moses that he wrote, they hated me without a cause. So that's it right there. They hated without a cause, and that was fulfilled because they had no accusations on them, and they persecuted them. Next, we're going to go to a various sacrifice, and it goes Isaiah 53:5. Isaiah 53:5. And it reads, but he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we were healed. Because by him going through that wickedness that these so-called white men, these Edomites, these dogs, these heathens, reputed as nothing and spit, did this to Yahweh Shai and his stripes for us to be elect to be healed and be adopted back to the Father. So that precepts with Romans 5 and 6. You gotta go precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, to get true understanding. With thy precepts, I get understanding. Without that, man, you lost in the sauce. You come up with your own understanding. Simple as that. These so-called Israelites, Old Testaments, they're going up their own understanding. They're not going precept upon precept. They're lost in the sauce. If they need to repent, because that judgment that you do not repent, if you not believe in Yahweh Shai, not baptized in His world, this like in His word, you're damned, according to the scriptures. Romans 5 and 6. For when we were yet without strength, in due time Hamashiach died for the ungodly. He was a sacrifice for the ungodly. Verse 8. Because before us Israelites woke up to this truth, who's in that world doing wickedness, who's ungodly. Verse 8. But Yahweh commendeth his love, but Yahweh commendeth his love toward us, in that while we were yet sinners, Hamashiach died for us. So if you're in your sins, if you don't believe in Hamashiach, how are you going to be cleansed from your sin? There's no more, like Yahweh did away with the judgment and the sacrificial laws, but when he comes back, the judgment laws will be intact. But he did away with the sacrificial laws. You're not going out there with no unblemished lamb or no turtle dove no more, man. You're not doing that. Yahweh Shai is the sin offering. The living, he gave himself alive as a sin offering. So there's no more that the Leviticus sacrifice. That's done away with. He was a sacrifice. You must be redeemed through his blood. So if you don't believe in him, you're not going to be redeemed. It's not that hard to understand. Next is crucified with malefactors. Isaiah 53 and 12. And with this, with that whole doctrine of the Israelites, only Old Testament, you would just cut it up. If you just go line upon line, precept upon precept, you would just cut that doctrine up, man. I mean, it's just folly. Folly. Like Deuteronomy 28 and 28 is fulfilled. The Lord has smited our people with madness. And it reads, therefore will I divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he hath poured out his soul into death. And he was numbered with the transgressors, because he was crucified in the middle, It had a righteous thief on the right and a wicked thief on the left, numbered with the transgressors, and he bare the sins of many and made the intercessions for the transgressors, for the Israelites who woke up, who repented and wept for all their wickedness, and he redeemed us because we repented by rehearsing these righteous acts in these last days, by keeping law, statutes, and covenant, and having the faith of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, by Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shah. So we're gonna go to the to prove that in the New Testament. So, New Testament, go to Mark 15 and 27, 28. And it reads, and when Shalaki, and with him they crucified two thieves, the one on his right hand, the other on his left. Verse 28, and the scriptures were fulfilled, which said, and he was numbered with the transgressors. So that scripture was fulfilled that he was crucified with those two thieves. Next is a scripture that, like you can't get around, because David's hands were never pierced through in his feet. That never happened in scripture. He was never persecuted in that manner. Never. So let's prove that. Zechariah 12 and 10. And it reads, and I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and all supplication, and they shall look upon me whom they have pierced, and they shall mourn for him as one mourn for his only son, and he shall be in bitterness for him as one that is in bitterness for his firstborn. That's Yahweh Shah, not David. So those so-called Jewish people, it says Hamashiach did not come in the flesh. Well, in the Tanakh, the prophets, who is Zechariah prophesying about? About being pierced. Can you answer that? So it precepts with John 20 and 27. But those heathen Jewish people, when the Yahweh shall come back, according to Revelation 13 and 9, he that leads the captivity must go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the faith and the patience of the saints. You go into slavery. Thus said the Lord. Thus said the Holy Bible. It's John 20 and 27. For taking our identity and trying to make our scriptures a universal book. Dogs. John 20 and 27. Then said he to Thomas, reach hither thy finger, and behold my hands, and reach hither thy hand, and thrust it into my side, and be not faithless, but believe. Because he was pierced. He was pierced because the Roman put that spear through him. So, Thomas was doubting Thomas. So I said, okay, if you don't believe, man, check this out. Put your hand where I was pierced at, man, if you don't believe that I came back, man. Like, I'm true to this. I'm not new to this, man. So, next is subject is scorned and mocked. Psalm 22 and 7. These people in these last days do not want the salvation information, man. That's why I thank the Most High for letting me have eyes to see this, man. Like, thank you, Most High. Like, it's amazing that that if I'm part of the elect, that He called me, man, because He died for Israel's sins, man. And we have been through so much in these last days, and we need to be redeemed because He chose us from the beginning. Like I said, this is This is his will. Psalm 22 and 7 and 8. And they that see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip. They shake their head, saying, he trusted on the Lord that he will deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him. Yahweh shall put all his faith in Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? He walked in the spirit, not after the flesh. So that preaches us with Luke 23 and 35. And it reads, and the people stood beholding, and the rulers also with them derided him, saying, he saved others, let him save himself, if he be Hamashiach, Christ, the chosen Elohim of God. The powers. It was like, man, the people was like, the Jews was like, if he think he all that, then, you know what I'm saying, pray that the Most High come get him off this cross then. You know what I'm saying? But they understand that he was fulfilling prophecy for the elect in the last days. But you know, scoffers, mockers, you know what I'm saying, they simple, have no knowledge, no understanding, wicked. So that fulfilled right there that he was scorned and mocked. Next is the subject is given vinegar and gall. Given vinegar and gall. And we go to Psalm 69 and 21. Yeah, I'm just going to destroy that whole Yahweh Shai is not in the Old Testament doctrine. I'm just going to cut that, man. I'm just going to destroy that. Like that's a wicked doctrine, man. That's going to stumble a lot of my people in these last days. Stumble a lot of them. But it was prophesied that's going to happen. It was prophesied. Psalm 69 and 21. They gave me also gall for my meat, and in my thirst they gave me vinegar to drink. So it precepts with Matthew 27:34. Let's get that. Matthew 27:34. And they gave him vinegar to drink mingled with gall, and when he had tasted thereof, he would not drink. He would not drink because it was his time to go, and he went out like a G, man. Like he put all that pain he went through, man. Like he was like, I'm not taking that from you, dang dogs. Like you heathens, you gonna try to give me this? You know what I'm saying? I'm an innocent man, and you put me on this cross, and you're trying to give me some vinegar and gall and stuff like that. Nah, man. Like, get that out of my face, man. Like, you ain't my brother. You ain't from the tribes. So next is prayers for his enemies. That's how humble Yahweh was, that prayers for his enemies. Psalms 109 and 4. For my love, they are my adversaries, but I give myself into prayer. So it says, for my love, they are my adversaries, but I give myself into prayer. So Yahweh was like, yeah, they're my adversaries, but I give myself into prayer. I'm higher than them, man. Like, I'm higher than them. Like, the Most High dwells in me. They the children of Satan. So it preaches with Luke 23 and 34. Luke 23 and 34. Then said Yahweh, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And they parted his remnant and cast lots. So Yahweh was a meek man. He was like, Father, forgive them, man. Like, forgive them what they're doing. They in folly and madness, but forgive them what they're doing, Father. For they about to crucify this man. You know you know what I'm saying? Like even myself, that's why I work like striving to rehearse these righteous acts because like when I was in that world, I used to be quick tempered, man. Like somebody played me. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, man, I'm about to get even. But Yahweh they completely making like trying to make a fool of this man, and he just son of the Most High, and he was like, forgive them. Like that's like, man, that's so honorable, man. That's why like he's a chosen one. Like how brave is that like these people doing you down bad, and he was like, Father, forgive them. That's why like he the King of the Jews, man. Simple. Like he's chosen because like how big of a heart to have that to like Father forgive these people instead of being like, no, Father, send these angels, let's smoke them. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find them marks and smoke them. It ain't gonna be that hard. So I just think that's just amazing, and I just love Yahweh Shai and love Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and just I just think it's remarkable how the kindness and the meekness of for you to consider your enemies as they mocking you when you're innocent. It's just I just tip my hat to it. Hashem Mashiach Yahweh. So next we're going to go to Soldiers Gamble for His Coat. And we're going to go to the book of Psalms. The book of Psalms 22 and 17. I may tell all my bones, so like I may tell all my bones, they looked and stare upon me. Bear with me, read that again, bear with me. And it says, Psalm 22 and 17, I may tell all my bones, they look and stare upon me. That's when they were looking upon Yahushua when he was getting crucified. And get understanding, we go to the precepts, Matthew 27, 35 and 36. And they crucified him and parted his garment, cast lots, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vestures did they cast lots. So, verse 36. And sitting down, they washed him there. So they parted his garment, cast lots for him, and sitting down, they washed him during when he was crucified at Calvary. Those the wicked Romans, man, and those sellouts and them coon Pharisees and elders and scribes and wicked Jews. You know what I'm saying? Just like now how they just like let Esau make a mockery of Yahushua and try to say that Yahushua that got stringy hair like a dog and blue eyes and say he loved everybody and the commandments done away with and he's a so-called white man, the Edomite, and you know what I'm saying? Jay cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Jay they cool with that. They cool with these heathens making a mockery of Yahushua. Like they cool with that, man. They sit down and they watch him there. They was like, psh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried about that. Like I love Cesare Borgia. I love me some white Jesus. I love me some baby Jesus. They get offended when you tell them the truth that he's a so-called black man. A so-called he's a Negro, or you know what I'm saying? Like they get offended when they like he got hair like wool, hair that look like them. They don't want to hear that, man. You know what I'm saying? They be like, stop talking that jive, man. So, but it's the truth. So when Yahweh shall come back, say it to his face, because he got eyes like red like wine, eyes like fire, and he's not coming back to play spades. He come back to slay. You know Jake loves spades, but he ain't doing that when he come back. He coming back to reign because y'all rejected him. Y'all thought this was a game. Y'all didn't want the salvation information. Like y'all thought like he wasn't real. He didn't fulfill these scriptures. He did, man. He walked this earth. His ministry went around the whole world. Everybody know this, man. So when he come back, there's nothing you can say. You had time to repent. He gave you grace. But what you want to do with it, Monday cars closed. Watch, play Fortnite, whatever that video game is, 1 or 2. Go to clubs, um, do whatever. Folly. Just drunk. Falling down drunk. The head sick, the whole body sick. So now we're going to go to Psalm, this is the subject is no broken bones. Psalms 34 and 20. I don't want to leave no stone unturned when it comes down to destroying this false doctrine that Yahweh shall not know is not in the so-called Old Testament, and it was not written by Moses or the prophets, who was waiting patiently for Yahweh Shai to redeem them, to resurrect them from the dead, for they have the glory and have servants and to be adopted back to the Father, and so he can reign on these heathens and bruise their head, like how they bruised us. This is on Psalm 34 and 20. He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. And it precepts with John 19, 32, 33, and 36. Let's get that. Nineteen, 32. And they came, Shalaki, then came the soldiers, and they brake the legs of the first and of the others which was crucified with him. Verse 33. And when they came to Yahweh Shai and saw that he was dead already, and they brake not his legs. So that's scripture, no bones broken. Verse 36. For these things were done that the scripture should be fulfilled, a bone of him shall not be broken. So, fulfill that scripture. His side is pierced. The next subject, Zechariah 12 and 10. Let's get that. And it reads, and I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and the supplications, and they shall look upon me whom they have pierced, and they shall mourn for him as one mourneth for his only son, and shall be in bitterness for him as one that is in bitterness for his firstborn. And I'm going to go to John 19:34. John 19:34, but one of the soldiers with a spear pierced his side, and forthwith came there out blood and water. So his side was pierced. The Romans pierced him, blood and water, showing that the blood and the water, he's used the water, the everlasting water, and the blood covenant to bring back the Israelites, the elect Israelites to Yahweh, Shalakia. Just like how when Moses sprinkled the blood on the Israelites for the covenant after we came out of Egypt. It's not that hard to understand. Next is buried with the rich, Isaiah 53 and 9. And he made his grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. So he said, he was made, and he made his grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither any deceit in his mouth. Matthew, and it presays Matthew 27, 57 through 60. And it reads,